Hello everyone, welcome to NEET World. So today we will be discussing the chapter permutation and combinations. In the previous chapters, we have discussed about very short answer questions for the intermediate exam, right? So similarly, we will be discussing for the chapter of permutation and combinations. So first of all, let us know the weightage of this chapter. So when it comes to permutation and combination, the total amount of marks that will be allotted for this chapter is 12 marks. Okay. So we are having two VSAQs and two SAQs. So this is carrying 4 marks, 2 into 2. So this is carrying 2 into 4 marks, that is 8 marks. Got it, friends? So this is about the marks weightage. So we will be dealing with VSAQs today. So first let me tell you what is permutation and combination. So before we go to what theoretical definition of what is permutation and combination, let me tell you through a real life scenario what is permutation and combination. So you can imagine like this. Suppose let us take an example. Okay, I hope most of you like cricket, right? So right now what we have, an important tournament is coming up, that is Champions Trophy. So for that Champions Trophy, Indian team has to be selected. It has been already selected. We need a squad of 15 members where we are selecting from the pool of players playing in various domestic circuits like various states and all these things. So that selection process is nothing but combination, where we are selecting the people out of number of people. What is that called? That is called combination. So that selecting 15 members, okay, selecting 15 members, that selection of 15 members, this selection itself is called combination. Got it, friends? So basically combination means what? It is selection. Okay. Now in these 15 members, only 11 can play in a game, right? In 11, suppose India is batting. The batting order will not be like random, right? It will be based on some order, right? That is why it is called batting order. It is not batting disorder, it is batting order. So there will be some criteria for having an opening batsman, that is people who can handle the new ball. Okay, first 2, 3, first, second and third batsman, they are called top order batsmen. Okay, they are called top order batsmen, 1, 2, 3. Then up to 4, 5, 6, you can take it up to 7. They are called middle order batsmen. Then middle order batsmen including all rounders. Then 8, 9, 10 or bowlers. Okay, this kind of what are we doing here? First we selected, then we are doing what? We are arranging them. Okay, arranging them as per some order. We are arranging them as per some the order. That process of arranging, that arrangement is called permutation. This is called permutation. Got it, friends? This example always have in your mind. So selection means combination. We selected 15 players. Okay. Then out of 11 players, we are what? Arranging them in certain order. Okay. Based on certain criteria. We are telling here batting. Okay. Based on certain criteria, we are arranging them. That is nothing but permutation, friends. Got it? That is nothing but permutation. So having said this, with this example, let's go forward. With this example, let's go forward. So that is what is given here. Permutation is basically called as arrangement. Okay, that is called arrangement. Okay, that is called arrangement, where order does matter. That is what I told you. Order is important. Here we need to arrange the digits, numbers, alphabets, colors, letters. Okay, taking some or all at a time. It is represented as NPR. Okay, that is what I told. The digits, numbers, alphabets, colors. There I told players. So arrangement is called permutation. So how do you represent permutation? Permutation is represented by NPR. So arranging n distinct objects. Distinct means different objects. That is, we have different players taken R at a time. That is called NPR. Okay, that is the what? Mathematical meaning of permutation. Next going further. So that is what they have explained. Permutation order matters. This is very important in permutation. Order matters. So example, placement examples: assign seats, winning a race, running a race, first place, second place. Okay, in placement. So in order matters means we are giving proper placement when it comes to permutation. Next, proper positions. Okay, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. Okay, there is a proper hierarchy. Okay, like how we have PM, under him we have council of ministers. Okay, under we have various secretaries for each minister, like that. There is a hierarchy. So there is a proper order. Okay, and specific job. That is what it is there. Okay, specific jobs for specific position. So that proper order and proper orderly arrangement, that itself is permutation, friends. You can see here various examples based on that. Okay, arrangement, scheduling, ordering, arranging, scheduling something, ordering something, that is nothing but permutation, friends. Next, what is combination? Like I told you earlier itself, selecting something. Selecting something is nothing but combination. Combination is called a selection, where order does not matter. Here we need to arrange the digits, numbers, alphabets, colors, letters, taking some all at a time. It is represented by NCR. The mathematical representation of this is NCR. Okay, a selection of objects in which order is not important. Example, 8 people pair up to do an assignment. How many different pairs are there? Okay, some example like this. Okay, I told 15 members were selected for a team. While selecting, we selected 15 members. Their order did not matter. Okay, but when it comes to permutation, order matters. Another example you can take is, suppose you want to buy some clothes. Suppose you go to a garment, you want to buy some saris. Okay, you go and buy certain saris based on your liking. There your order doesn't matter. You want to buy red color, green color, doesn't matter. Which you like, suppose you want to buy 10 saris, you go and buy whichever you like. Right? Then what you will do? Then in your closet, if you want to arrange, you will arrange it in a way based on the order on which you want to wear on which day. Right? That is the meaning of permutation. But when you go out and buy, there you select. That is the meaning of combination, friends. I hope it is clear now. Selection means combination. Arrangement means permutation. This should be very clear. These are some formulas which you already know pertaining to permutation and combination. Next, permutation and combination. Okay, that is what I told. In permutation, while arranging, order is important. In combination, order is not important. That is what is given. Example for that. But for us, with this basic introduction to permutation and combination, certain important results we have to know. Okay, so when I talk about permutation and combination, see here, friends, there is something called fundamental principle of counting. What does it say? Suppose a work W1 or a work W1 can be done in M ways and another work W2 can be done in N ways. Okay, then both the work W1 and W2 can be done in M into N ways. Okay, that is what is written here, W1, W2. If W1 can be done in M ways and W2 can be done in N different ways, both the work can be performed in M into N ways. That is the meaning of principle, fundamental principle of counting. Okay. Next, this is the formula of NPR, that is N factorial by N minus R factorial. NP naught is equal to 1, NPN is equal to N factorial. NPR can also be written as N minus 1 PR plus R into N minus 1 PR minus 1. This is very important result. You have to remember this, friends. Next thing, permutation when repetition is allowed. Okay, permutation, this is what? This is permutation of n distinct things, n different things taken R at a time. That is this formula. But when permutation when repetition is allowed is n to the power of R. Permutation when repetition is allowed is n to the power of R. Similarly, number of permutation of dissimilar things, that is distinct things with at least one repetition is allowed. With at least one repetition is allowed means that is n to the power of R minus NPR. This is also very important result. You have to remember this. Next thing, number of palindromes with R distinct letters that can be formed using n distinct letters is given by n to the power of R by 2 if R is even, n to the power of R plus 1 by 2 if R is odd. This is also very important, not just for your intermediate exam, but also for MSET, KSET and JEE. Right? Now, what do you mean by palindrome? Palindrome means which reads the same if you read it from right side or from the left side. For example, for palindrome I can give example of the word Malayalam. Malayalam, see, if you read from the left also it is Malayalam, from right side also it is Malayalam. He is one of the example of palindrome. Okay, there are so many words. Next, number of circular permutations. See, when they say number of circular permutations, generally the formula is n minus 1 factorial. But there is something called hanging type. Hanging type means garland of flowers. Okay, garland of flowers is one of the hanging type, and a chain of beads, that is garland of flowers. Next, a chain of beads. Okay, for such type of questions, because in such type, that is when there is circular, whether you take it anti-clockwise, that is clockwise, or anti-clockwise, they look identical. That's why for that number of circular permutations will be n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Got it, friends? Next thing, permutations with constant repetition. That is constant repetition. That is, constant means what? There is some kind of condition, that is number of permutations when p items are alike. Number of permutations when p items are alike is n factorial by p factorial, where n factorial by p factorial. Suppose number of permutations where p are alike, suppose let us take it as p1 are alike, p2 are of one type, p1 are one type, p3 are one type. Okay, number of permutations when p1 items are of one type, p2 items are of one type, p3 items are of one type is given by n factorial by p1 factorial into p2 factorial into p3 factorial, friends. Okay, please remember this, very important. Number of permutations when p1 items are of one type, p2 items are of one type, p3 items are of one type is given by n factorial by p1 factorial into p3 factorial, p2 factorial into p3 factorial, friends. Next thing, NCR can also be written as NC n minus r. You will see this when you solve the question. NCR or NCN, NC naught will be equal to 0. This you must be remembering. Okay, NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to n plus 1 CR. This one will be using when we solve the question. Very important result. NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to n plus 1 CR. Okay. Next thing, if NCR is equal to NCS, then either R is equal to S or R plus S is equal to N. Both are valid. Okay. But based on the problems, we are going to use either this one or this one. Looking at the question. This is very important, friends. Next one, number of ways of dividing. This is dividing m plus n things, where m is not equal to n, into two groups m n things is m plus n cn. Okay, that is equal to m plus n cm. That is given by m plus n factorial divided by m factorial into n factorial. Okay. Next thing, number of ways of a dividing mn things into m equal groups is mn factorial divided by n factorial to the power of m into m factorial. This is also highly important result even for your MSET. Got it? That is dividing, this is distributing mn things equally to m persons is given by mn factorial by n factorial to the power of m. See, same thing here, but here m factorial not be here. That's it. Okay. Now, permutation of this thing. See here, if p objects are of one kind, okay, if q objects are of second kind and r objects are of third kind, then the number of ways of selecting one or more things out of them is given by p plus 1 into q plus 1 into r plus 1 minus 1. Okay, this is also highly important result. Okay, all these results are very important when it comes to intermediate exam and even more important for your MSET and JEE exams. Got it, friends? With this knowledge, we have revisited the concepts of permutation and combination, and I have also told you what is the meaning of permutation and combination. We have dealt with certain basics when it comes to permutation and combination. So friends, let us now solve the questions when it comes to VSAQs. that has been asked in the previous examinations, that is intermediate examinations of the last 5 years. So let us solve these questions. This will give you a lot of confidence by solving these questions. So they are telling, find the number of ways of arranging the letters of the word independence. So the word that is given is independence. Independence. Okay. They are telling what? The number of ways of arranging. They themselves are telling it is arranging. So this means what? Arranging means what? Arranging means you are using permutation. So first of all, you have to find out total how many letters are there? Number of letters. That is n. N will be equal to number of letters. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So now we have to find out what are the letters that are repeated. What are the letters that are repeated? See here, what is repeated? N is repeated. Here also N is repeated. N is repeated 3 times. Then what else is repeated? E is repeated. E is repeated. E is repeated 3 times. Not 3 times, 4 times. Okay. What else is repeated? D is repeated. D is repeated once. D is repeated twice. Okay. Then what else is repeated? That's all. Okay. C is not repeated. And I is not repeated. And P is not repeated. So we can write this as. So friends, we can write this as E is equal to P1, that is of type P1. Okay. E is how many times E is repeated? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay friends, 4. Then what about next number? What about next letter? That is N. That is capital N. Capital N is, let us name it as P2. E is repeated how many times? 1, 2, 3. Okay friends, alright. Next, what is repeated? D is repeated. D is repeated. Let us write it as P3. P3 will be equal to how much? P3 will be D is equal to 2. So number of ways of arranging letters of the word independence. So number of ways of arranging is given by, number of ways of arranging the word independence is given by n factorial divided by P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial. That is given by n factorial is how much friends? It is here 12 factorial divided by 12 factorial divided by what is P1? P1 is 4. So 4 factorial into P2 is what? 3 factorial. P2 is 3. So I should write here 3 factorial. Okay. Then what about P3? That is 2. So this will be 2 factorial. So that is the answer friends. So this is the answer for this question. 12 factorial by 4 factorial into 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Let us move to the next question. I hope it is clear. Let us move to the next question friends. They have given if NP3 is equal to 1320, find N. See, this question has been asked in 2022, twice they have asked, 2018 and what? March 29, I think 2009. Okay. So what is the question that they have given? There are 2 questions here. First one is NP3 is equal to 1320. We have to find N. Okay. N is equal to how much? We have to find out. Okay. So NP3 is equal to 1320. Let us simplify this first. So friends, let us simplify this one. So NP3 is equal to 1320. So 1320 I can write it as what? I can write it as 10 into 132. Further what I can write? NP3 can be written as what? 10 into, this is what? 11 into 12. 11 tens are what? 110 or 12 tens are 120. Okay. 12 11s are 132. So this can be written as 11 into 12. So this I can write it as what friends? NP3 can be written as 12 into NP3 can be written as 12 into 10 into 11. NP3 can be written as 12 into 10 into 11. So this is what? 12 into 10 into 11. So further what I can write NP3 as? NP3 is what? N factorial by n minus r factorial. So this will be n factorial by n minus 3 factorial. This will be 12 into 10 into 11. Got it, friends? So 12 into 10 into 11. So here we have to find out what is the value of n. How do you find out? How do you find out? So here, first of all, you must understand the meaning of NP3. The meaning of NP3 is, actually we can avoid this step. There is no need of this step. This means what? So there are 12 different objects taken 3 at a time. 12 different objects taken 3 at a time. 12 into 10 into 11 means this can be written as what? NP3 can be written as 12p3. That is the meaning of permutation. Permutation of taking 12 different objects. 12 permutation of what? Selecting from 12 different objects, taking 3 at a time. So here 12p3 will be equal to NP3 will be equal to 12p3. Therefore what? Therefore here by comparing we will get n is equal to 12, not 3. N is equal to, you will get it as 12. N is equal to, you will get it as 12, friends. So this is about first question, that is first part. Let us look at the second part. They have given 7p2 is equal to, they have given 7p2 is equal to 42. They have given 7p2 is equal to 42, friends. So let us solve this. 7p2 is equal to 42. Find n. Let me have a look at the question. 7p2 is equal to 42 into np5. 42, this question, make a change. This is 7p2 is equal to 42 into np5. 42 into np5. So np2 is equal to 42 into np5. Okay, so this becomes what? 7p2 is, I can write it as 7 into 6 by 2 factorial. Okay, 42 can be written as 6 into 7 into np5 into np5. Okay, what I can cancel here, friends? Just tell me what I can cancel. Here there is this is not np7p2, this is actually np7. This is np7. So there is a mistake, complete mistake in the question. Okay, so let us solve this again. So there is a complete mistake in the question. There is printing mistake in the question. So the question is if np7 is equal to 42 into np5, find n. This is the question. This is the question, friends. So what I can write now? Let us take this. np7 is equal to, second question this is, we are solving this, and np7 is equal to 42 into np5. np7 is equal to 42 into np5. So further solving this, I can write it as n factorial by n minus 7 factorial. That is what? N factorial by n minus r factorial. Okay, is equal to 42. 42 can be written as 7 into 6. Okay, np5 can be written as what, friends? np5 can be written as n factorial into n factorial by n minus 5 factorial. N factorial by n minus 5 factorial. Got it, friends? N factorial by n minus 5 factorial. Here what I can do, here also n factorial is there, here also n factorial I can cancel. So this will be, I can write this as 1 by n minus 7 factorial into 7 into 6 divided by n minus 5 factorial. I can write it as n minus 5 factorial into n minus 6 factorial into n minus 5 factorial. I can write it as n minus 5, n minus 6. It will go on like that. Instead of writing factorial, I can write here n minus 6, n minus 7, n minus 8, n minus 9, like that it will go. Instead of that, I can write here n minus 7 factorial, so that I can cancel here. This is n minus 7 factorial. So this one and this one I can cancel. So I will get what, friends? I will get here further. I will get here 1 is equal to 7 into 6 by n minus 5 into n minus 6. So further solving this, we will get, by taking the denominator to LHS or LHS, it will become n minus 5, n minus 6 into n minus 5 is equal to 7 into 6. So what do we get, friends? So n minus 6 will be equal to 7 and n minus 5 will be equal to 6. Okay, so n minus 6 is equal to 7. So n is equal to what, friends? So n is equal to 13. So n minus 5 is equal to 6. So n is equal to what, friends? 11. Okay, so n is equal to 11. So the answer to this question is 13 or 11. Okay, the value of n can be 13 or 11. Okay, n minus 5, n minus 6 is equal to 7 into 6. N minus 5, n minus 6. Let us solve this again. See here. So see here, this can be solved as n minus 5, n minus 6 will be equal to 7 into 6. So that means what? N minus 5 will be equal to 7 and n minus 6 will be equal to 6. So n will be equal to what? 7 plus 5. N will be equal to what? 6 plus 6. Okay, we have to equate correspondingly. So n will be equal to 12. Here also n will be equal to 12. So that is, the value of n will be 12. Ultimately we got value of n as 12. This is how we solve this question. There was a slight mistake in the question, complete mistake actually, that's why it took some time to solve this question. Okay, now they are telling, find the number of ways of preparing a chain with 6 different colored beads. 6 different colored beads. So this is what this question is based on. This is a question based on circular permutation. This is circular permutation question. Okay, circular permutation question, which is hanging type, because hanging type because they have given chain with colored beads. Okay, number of colored beads, number of colored beads here is, that is n is equal to 6. So number of ways of preparing, number of ways of preparing the same will be equal to, number of ways of preparing will be equal to what, friends? It will be equal to n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. So that will be equal to what, friends? That is 6 minus 1 factorial divided by 2. So that is 6 minus 1 factorial is what? 6 minus 1 factorial is 5 factorial divided by 2. That is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. You must know that it is 125 into 3 into 4 into 2 into 1. That is divided by 2. So 2 cancels. So you will get it as what, friends? You will get the value as 5 4 is 20, 23 is 60. So the answer to this question is 60. Understood, friends? This is how we solve this question. The answer to this question is 60, friends. Next question. Find the number of ways of arranging the letters of the word mathematics. This is similar to the first question which we solved. Okay, this was asked in 2024, 2020 and also 2016. This is also a simple question. Okay, number of ways of arranging. They are telling again arranging, that is permutation. Okay, so what is the word that is given? Mathematics. Okay, this is how many letters? The value of n is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the value of n is 11. Okay, the value of n is 11. So we have to see what are the letters that are repeating. What are the letters that are repeating? So here what is repeating? Is m repeating? M is repeating. Yes, m is repeating. Okay, so m is repeating. What about A? A is repeating. Yes, A is repeating. Okay, what about T? T is repeating. Okay, T is repeating, H is repeating, no. E is repeating, no. Okay, I is repeating, no. C is repeating, no. S is not repeating. So here M is equal to, let it be P1, that is equal to, how many times M is repeating? M is repeating 2 times, friends. What about A? A, let us represent it by P2. A is repeating how many times, friends? A is repeating how many times? 2 times, friends. Here, this one and this one. Okay, then what about T? T is repeating how many times? T is repeating 1, 2 times. T is repeating 2 times, this one and this one. So this will be 2. Now number of ways of arranging will be equal to number of ways of arranging. Number of ways of arranging will be equal to n factorial by P1 factorial into P2 factorial into P3 factorial. Okay, similar to first question. So n factorial is what? It is 11 factorial by what is P1? P1 is 2 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Got it, friends? This if you solve, you will get the answer. You have to solve this one. Okay, but you can keep it as it is. That is also fine. Okay. Next question. 11 PR plus 15 PR is equal to 19 R. Find R. Let me check the question. 11, 12, this is not 11, this is 12P5 plus, let me rewrite the question. This question is actually, let me rewrite the question. 12P5 plus 12P5 plus 5 times 12P4, 5 times 12P4. Okay, 5 times 12P4 is not 12 times. 12P5 5 plus 5 times 12P4 is equal to how much? Is equal to 13PR. Is equal to 13PR. They are asking to find R. This is the question. Alright, friends, let us solve this. Simple. So 12P5. Let us take what is given. They are given 12P5 plus 5 times 12P4 is equal to 13PR. Okay. By using the property of permutation, we will get this as 12P5 can be written as 12, what it is? NCR divided by, that is 12P5 can be written as 12 factorial divided by 12 minus R, that is n minus R is 12 minus 5 is how much? 12 minus 5 is 7 factorial plus 5 times into, this is again 12 factorial. Okay, n factorial by n minus R factorial. Okay, that is what we are using. NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus R factorial. So this is 12 factorial by 12 minus R, that is 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4 is what, friends? That is 8. So this will be 8 factorial, that is equal to 13 factorial by 13 minus R factorial. Okay, this is 13 factorial by 13 minus R factorial. So this one 12 factorial by 7 factorial. Okay, so this I can write it as 12 factorial by 7 factorial plus 5 into 12 factorial. This 8 factorial I can write it as 8 into 7 factorial. This I can write it as 13 into 12 factorial. 13 factorial I can write it as 13 into 12 factorial divided by 13 minus R factorial. Got it, friends? So wherever 12 factorial is there, I can cancel actually. So this is 12 factorial, this is 12 factorial, this is 12 factorial, I can cancel. Now what I can do? Here 7 factorial is there, here 7 factorial is there, so I can take common. So 1 by 7 factorial into 1 plus 5 by 8 into 13 by 13 minus R factorial. 13 by 13 minus R factorial. So what I can do here, friends? I can do what? 1 by 7 factorial into this one. So this I will get it as what? 8 plus 1, 8 plus 5, 13. If I take LCM, 8 plus 5, 13. So 1 by 7 factorial into 13 by 8. 1 by 7 factorial into 13 by 8 is equal to 13 by 13 minus R factorial. 13 by 13 minus r factorial. So I'm getting what? 13 factorial, this 13 and this 13 I can cancel. So I'll get what? 7 factorial into 8. So that I can make it as what? That is 1 by 8 into 7 factorial is equal to 1 by 13 minus r factorial. Got it, friends? 13 minus r factorial. So 8 into 7 factorial I can write it as what? 8 into 7 factorial I can write it as 8 factorial, because it is one and the same. 8 into 7 into 6 into same thing. So this will be 1 by 8 factorial into 1 by 13 minus r factorial. So here the denominators are same. Okay, so the denominators, so this is equal means the denominators will be same, so I can equate them. So 13 minus r factorial will be equal to 8. Okay, that will be equal to 8 factorial. That means 13 minus r will be equal to 8. That means r will be equal to 13 minus 8, which means r will be equal to 5. Okay, which means r will be equal to 5. That's it, friends. Got it? So going forward, see here, 7 PR is to 9 PR is equal to 9 is to 7. 7 PR is to 9 PR is equal to 9 is to 7. Let me check the question. This is 18P R minus 1, 17P R minus 1. Okay, this also there is slight mistake in the question. Okay, this is 18P R minus 1. Okay, next is 17P R minus 1. This is 17P R minus 1 is to 18P R minus 1. 18P R minus 1 is to 17P R minus 1 is equal to 9 is to 7. Find R. That is the question. So what is the question that they have given? 18P R minus 1 is to 17P R minus 1 is to 9 is to 7. So they are asking us to find R. They are asking us to find R. So I can write this as 18P R minus 1. Okay, divided by 17P R minus 1 is to 9 is to 7. So if we cross multiply, what we will get? We will get 7 into 18P R minus 1. Okay, 7 into 18P R minus 1. Then 9 into 17P R minus 1. Okay. So this is what we got. Okay. Now further we will simplify. What we can do, we'll see. 18P R minus 1 can be written as 7 into n factor. NPR means what? N factorial by n minus r factorial. So this I can write it as 18 factorial by 18 minus r minus 1 whole factorial. Okay, this 9 I can write it as it is 17 factorial by 17 minus r minus 1 whole factorial. Okay, so this will become what, friends? This will become 7 into 18 factorial by 18 minus of minus 1 is 19. So this will be 19 minus of minus 1 is plus 1. So 18 plus 1 is 19 minus r factorial. So similarly this will become 9 into 17 factorial divided by 17 minus of minus 1 is plus 1. So 18 minus r factorial. Okay, so this implies I can write this as 7 into 18 into 18 factorial can be written as 7 into 18 into 17 factorial divided by 19 minus r factorial. I can write it as 19 minus r into 18 minus r factorial, friends. Okay, 19 minus r into 18 minus r factorial, friends. So that is equal to 9 into 17 factorial divided by 18 minus r factorial. Okay, so here what I can cancel? 18 minus r factorial, 18 minus r factorial, 17 factorial, 17 factorial I can cancel. Okay, so we got here 9 ones are 9 twos are. So okay, what we got? 7 into 2. 7 into 2 is 14. This 14 will be equal to 19 minus r. If I send it to RHS, I cross multiply there, 19 minus r. So R will be equal to what? R will be equal to 19 minus 14. So R will be equal to 5. That's it, friends. So that is what the value of R will be equal to 5. Got it, friends? Let us move to the next question. Let me check the question again. If 10 into NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1. Okay, let me correct this question. If 10 into NC2, if 10 into NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 3 times n plus 1 C3. Okay, so this is about combination 3 and n plus 1 C3. They're asking us to find n. So let us take what is given. It's a very simple question. Which is the year that is asked? That is asked in 2019. Okay, 10 into NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3. 3 times n plus 1 C3. So 10 into NC2 is equal to 3 times n plus 1 C3. So NC2 can be written as 10 times. Before this, I'd like to tell you something here. Suppose they give you 5C3. At this time, no need to use n factorial into n minus r factorial into r factorial. Instead of that, do what is here, what we have, r value is 3. So 5, you reduce it by 3 times, that is 5, or you multiply it by previous 2 numbers or 3 numbers. So 5 into 4 into 3, that's all. That is, you are having how many now? What is the value of r here? R is 3. So in the top there should be 3 multiples, that is 5 into 4 into 3, that's all. Below what will be there? Below 3 is there, no? This you can write it as 1 into 2 into 3, that's all. Another example, suppose they give 6C2 if they give, here the r value of r is 2. So you should multiply 6 into 5, because at the top there should be only 2 multiples, that is 6 into 5. Below it should be 1 into 2, that's it. Okay, similarly this will become what? NC2 will become n into n minus 1 divided by what, friends? Divided by 1 into 2. So I'll write it as 2. Got it, friends? This concept you understood? So this will become 2 factorial, or like this will become 3 factorial, like that this will become 2 factorial. 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1. Okay, let me write 2 factorial only here. So this will become what? 3 into n plus 1. Okay, I'll need some space. Let me write this step here. So this will become 10 into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. This will be 3 into n plus 1. 3 times I have to 3 multiples I need. So n plus 1 into n plus 1 minus 1 into n plus 1 minus 2 divided by what is this? 3 is there, 3 factorial. Okay, 3 factorial. So this will be equal to what? So 10 into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. This n plus 1, write it as it is, n plus 1. N plus 1 minus 1, you will get n. Okay, n plus 1 minus 2, you will get n minus 1. This 3 factorial, this 3 is there already, into 3 is there here. So this 3 factorial I can write as 3 into 2 factorial. So here 2 factorial cancels, 3 cancels here, n minus 1 I can cancel, here this n and this n I can cancel. So what is left, friends? So I am left with what? So I am left with only one thing, that is I am left with 10 is equal to n plus 1. Therefore n is equal to what? 10 minus 1. Therefore the value of n is equal to 9. Okay, this is calculative, but it's very simple question. Got it, friends? The value of n is equal to 9. Next question, if NC4 is equal to NC6, find n. Okay, this is 2023. If NC4 is equal to NC6, this is another question. This should be NC4 is equal to NC6. Okay, NC4 is equal to NC6, find n. Okay, this is also very simple question. I told you while telling about the concept. NC4 is equal to NC6. You have to find n is equal to how much. I told you while telling about the concept, if NCR is equal to NCS, okay, NCS, then either R is equal to S or R plus S is equal to N. So let us use that condition. Here what are the things I can do? So then R plus S is equal to N. R plus S is equal to N. So 4 plus 6 will be equal to N, or R is equal to S, 4 is equal to S, but 4 is not equal to S, so this condition will not take. So N will be equal to what? 4 plus 6, that is 10. So the value of N is 10, simple. So the value of N is 10, friends. So moving forward to the next question. If NPR is equal to 5040 and NCR is equal to 210, find N and R. So we know that NCR is equal to NPR into R into what? R factorial, right? NPR into R factorial. So substituting the values, I'll get 5040 is equal to 210. Okay, 5040 is 210 into R factorial. So this will be equal to what? R factorial will be equal to 5040 divided by 210. 0 cancels. So 21. So this is 3 7s. This is 3 1s are 3, 3 6 are 18, 3 8s are. Okay. This 7 2s are 14. Okay. 7 2s are 14, 7 4s are 28. So R factorial will be equal to 24. So but 24 we know that, you must know that 24 is what? 24 is nothing but equal to 4 factorial. Okay, 24 is equal to 4 factorial. That means R is equal to 4. That means R is equal to 4. This is one thing we got. Now we have to find out what? The value of N. Okay, we got NPR is equal to 5040. Okay, NPR is equal to 5040. So 5040, what I can write? NPR can be written as what? 5040, that can be written as 10 into 504. Okay, NPR can be written as equal to 10 into 504 can be written as what? 504 can be written as 9 into 56. 9 into 56. NPR can be written as equal to 10 into 9 into 56 can be written as what? 56 can be written as 7 into 8 or 8 into 7. 8 into 7. So that is 8 into 7. NPR will be equal to how much? NPR will be equal to 10. So NPR will be equal to not 10, NPR 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. So this is similar to one of the questions which we solved. So NPR will be equal to 10p4. 1 2 3 4, 10p4. Okay, but already we got 4. So this will be equal to NP4. NP4 will be equal to 10p4. Here I can write instead of R. Here I can write instead of R I can write 4, because already we found that R is equal to 4. So N will be equal to 10. So we got N value as 10 and R value as 4. 12C3 plus 12C4 is equal to 13C4. Okay, let me check the question. 12C3, 12CR minus 1. Okay, this is another question. Let's check. Let us take this question. Okay, the question is this one. 12CR plus 1. If 12CR plus 1, the question is if 12CR plus 1 is equal to if 12C r plus 1 is equal to 12C 3r minus 1, 12C 3r minus 1, they are asking us to find r. 12C 3r minus 5, 12C 3r minus 5, they are asking us to find r. Okay, simple. This is also, I told you, if NCR is equal to NCS, okay, either r is equal to s or r plus s is equal to n. So here we can take the two values. So here r plus 1 will be equal to 3r minus 5. If we take this r, if it comes, this r if it goes that side, this will be 5 plus 1 6, 5 plus 1 6. So 3r minus r will be 2r. So r will be equal to 6 by 2. Okay, r will be equal to 6 by 2, r will be equal to 3. Okay, or if I take r plus s is equal to n, r is what here, this is r, this is s. Let us consider this as r, let us consider this as s. So this will become what, friends? This will become r plus 1, okay, r plus 1 plus 3r minus 5 is equal to n is what? The value of n is what here, friends? The value of n is 12. So r plus 1 plus 3r minus 5 is equal to 12. 3r plus r is 4r. Okay, plus 1 minus 5 is minus 4 is equal to 12. So 4r is equal to 12 plus 4 will become 16. So r will become equal to 16 by 4. So r will become equal to 4. So therefore r is equal to 3 or 4. There are two values for r. So r is equal to 3 or 4 is the right answer for this question. Okay, friends. Next one. And 17 question. If NC3 9C3 plus 9C5 is equal to 10CR. The question is, NC3 plus 9C3 plus 9C3 plus 9C5 is equal to 10CR is equal to 10CR. They're asking us to find R. They're asking us to find R. Okay, this is the question. Not this one, this is the question. This is the PYQ. 9C3 plus 9C5 is equal to 10CR. Find R. So, this I can do it in which way? So, friends, we know that NCR is equal to NCN minus R. Correct? NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So, using that property, what I can do? NCR, same question. NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So, this will become what? The LHS will become NC, instead of NC3, it will become NC. NC3 will remain as it is. This will become NC4. Okay, because we are already having a small number. If I make it NCN minus R, this will become NC6. I don't want a bigger number. NC3 is fine. This is NC4 will be equal to what? Will be equal to 10C4. Will be equal to 10C4. Also, we have one more property, that is what? That is saying NC R minus 1 plus NC plus NC, what is that? NC R is equal to N plus 1 CR. So, here this is similar to that. So, 9C3 plus 9C4 is equal to 10 CR. So, this I can write it as 9 plus 1. Okay, 9 plus 1 times CR here is 4. So, this is 4, that is equal to 10 CR. So, this will be equal to 10 CR, that is 10 C4 will be equal to 10 C4. 10 C4 will be equal to 10 C4. So, what will happen here? If you compare both LHS and RHS, what you get? This here is 10 C4, this here is 10 CR. So, here R is equal to 4, here R is equal to R itself. So, the value of R will be equal to, therefore, R will be equal to 4, friends. Simple, very simple. We are using the properties of combinations, that's all. That is why I wrote down it in the beginning itself, that the properties of combinations are highly important. Next thing. Next question. Some more questions are there which are very important. Let us have a look at the question. NC5 is equal to NC6. NC5 is equal to NC6. Find 13Cn. Okay. Instead of R, they were given same question. NC5 is equal to NC6. They are asking us to find 13C. They are asking us to find 13Cn. NC5 is equal to NC6. They are asking us to find 13Cn. Okay. NCR, same thing. NC5 is equal to NC6. Find 13Cn. So this was asked in the year 24, 23, 22, 2018. Two times they have asked. May 18, March 18. Okay. So the question is, this is not the question. So NC5 is equal to, similar way, instead of N and R, they substituted the value. NC5 is equal to NC6. Find 13Cn. This is the question. Okay. So let us solve this, friends. NC5 is equal to NC6. So that means what? This is similar to NCR is equal to NCS. That means it should be S. NCS. NCR is equal to NCS. So here what? NCR is equal to NCS means either R will be equal to S or R plus S will be equal to N. R plus S will be equal to N. It should be equal. R plus S is equal to N. So definitely we know that 5 is not equal to 6. Okay. So 5 plus 6 should be equal to N. So 5 plus 6 is equal to what? N will be equal to 11. So therefore now we have to find 13Cn. 13Cn, that is equal to what? N is equal to 11. That means 13C11 we have to find. 13C11 we have to find means what? 13C11 is nothing but equal to 13 into 12 divided by 13 into 12. That's all. 13 into 12. Here what you will have? Here you will have 11 factorial. Here you will have what? Here you will have 11 factorial. 11 factorial, 11 factorial will cancel. You will get 13 into 12. You will get 13 into 12. That is what? Instead of that, you can do even other way. Instead of taking factorial, you can use properties of permutation, properties of combination. Sorry, NCL. 13C11 can be written as 13C 13 minus 11. This is which property? Therefore, we are using NCR is equal to NC N minus R. Okay, we are using this property because when there are bigger numbers, let us bring it into smaller numbers. When I am telling, let the value of R be small. Instead of taking 11 at a time, let us take 2 at a time. That is making the R value small. We are using that property. So that will become what, friends? That will become equal to 13C2. 13C2. Okay. 13C2 is equal to what? Can be written as 13 into 12 divided by 2. So this will be 2 1s are 2 6s are 13 6s are 78. So the answer to this question is 78. Got it, friends? Let's move to the next question. Find the value of 10C5 2 times 10C4 plus 10C3. Let me check the question. 10C5 2 times 10C4 plus 10C3. Simple question based on permutation and combination itself. 10C5 plus 2 times 10C4. Okay, 2 times 10C4 plus 10C3. Okay, 2 times 10C4, I can write it as what? 10C4 plus 10C4. 2a I can write it as what? A plus a. Similarly, this I can write it as 10C5 plus 10C4 plus 10C4 plus 10C3. Okay. Now, we know that NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to N plus 1 CR. Correct? No? So using this, we can write it as This is what 10C R minus 1. This is, I'll rewrite it again, 10C4 plus 10C5. Okay, this is 10C3 plus 10C4. Okay, so see here, if R is 5, this is R minus 1. So this will be equal to what? 10 plus 1, that is 10 plus 1 into C5 plus, this is what? R value is what? Here 4. So here it is 10 plus 1 into 10 plus 1 C4, not into, this is 10 plus 1 C4. So this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 11C5 plus 11C4. Again we can use the same property. This is, again we can use, that is NCR minus 1 plus, if I write this, rearrange this as 11C4 plus 11C5. This will become what, friend? NCR minus 1 into NCR is equal to n plus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. So this will become what, friends? The both thing will become 11 plus 1 into R is what here? R is 5. So this will become what? 12C5. The value of this will be 12C5. Got it, friends? The value of this will be 12C5. So 12C5, how you will compute? 12C5 you can compute it as 12 factorial, or you can write it 5 times 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8, which I told you before, 5 multiples here, and 5 factorial. I can write this as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So if you calculate this, you will get 5 into 2 cancels, 3 3s are 9. Okay, 3 3s are 9, 4 1s are 4 2s are. Okay, so this is 2 3s are 6, 6 11s are 66. 66 into 12 is 66 into 12 is, you get it as 792. 66 into 12 you will get it as 66 into 10 is 660. For that, if you add 60, that is 132, because 66 into 2 is 132. 660 plus 132 is 792. That is, the answer is 792, friends. Got it? Find the number of ways of selecting 3 vowels, 2 consonants from the letters of the word equation. Very simple question. So what is the word that they have given? Equation. Equation. Okay. It has how many vowels? Okay. 3 vowels and 2 consonants. This equation has how many vowels? Here first let us find how many letters are there. How many number of letters are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. N is equal to 8. Okay. Here number of vowels. Number of vowels is equal to how much? Number of vowels is A, E, I, O. A, E, I, O. Okay. A, E, I, O. U is also there. A, E, I, O, U. All the vowels are there. Okay. A, E, I, O, U. Okay. A, E, I, O, E is there. Okay. Number of vowels is equal to how much? 1 2 3 4 5. Number of vowels is 5. Okay. If the number of vowels is 5, number of consonants will be 3. Number of consonants will be equal to what? Number of consonants, that is 1 2 3, that is Q T N. Q T N, that is 3. Okay. So number of ways of selecting 3 vowels. Number of ways of selecting, first let us select 3 vowels. Number of ways of selecting 3 vowels out of 5. Number of ways of selecting 3 vowels out of 5. Number of ways of selecting 3 vowels out of how many vowels are there? 5 vowels. So out of 5 we have to select how many? 3. So this is what? Selection. This is what, friends? This is selection. So this is equal to 5C3. Okay. Now number of ways of selecting 2 consonants. Number of ways of selecting 2 consonants. Number of ways of selecting 2 consonants out of out of 3. 2 consonants out of 3, total 3 consonants. So this will be 3C2. So they are asking what is the required number? The number of ways of selecting 3 vowels, and here the word is and. If it is and, you must understand it is multiplication. If it is or, it is plus. If it is and, it is multiplication from the letters of the word equation. So this will become what, friends? So the required number is equal to 5C3 into 3C2. So that is equal to what, friends? So this will be 5 into 4 into 3 divided by 3 into 2 into 3 into 2 divided by 2. So this will be 3 cancels, 2 1s are 2 2s are 4. Okay, 2 cancels. So this will be 5 2s are 10, 10 3s are 30. 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 3. The answer will be 30. The answer to this question will be 30, friends. Okay, let us have a look at the next question. Find the number of ways of selecting 4 boys and 3 girls from a group of 8 boys and 5 girls. I will solve this directly. Okay, I hope you understood the steps. So 4 boys out of 8 boys. So 4 boys out of 8 boys selecting means 4 boys out of 8 boys. 4 boys out of 8 boys. Selecting 4 boys out of 8 boys means 8C4. 4 boys out of 3 girls out of 5 girls. 3 girls out of 5 girls. 3 girls out of 5 girls. So 5C3. Okay, and again they are telling and. So the required number is equal to what? The required number is equal to 8C4, and means it is plus, not plus, it is multiplication. Or means it is plus, and means it is multiplication, into 5C3 into 8C4 into 5C3. This value will be equal to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. It is 4 multiples divided by 4 factorial, that is 4 into 3 into 2. This will be 5 into 4 into 3 divided by 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2, friends. So what I can cancel here? 4 1s are 4 2s are, 2 1s are 2 2s are, 3 1s are 3 2s are. Okay, so this will be 3 cancels, 2 2s are. Okay, so this will be equal to what? 7 2s are 14, 14 5s are 70, or 5 2s are 10, 10 7s are 70. 70 into, this is what? 5 into 2, this is 2 is left. So this will be 700, friends. 70 into 10, that is, the answer to this question is 700, friends. The answer to this question is 700, friends. What is the next question? It is the same. Find the number of positive divisors of 1080. Find the number of positive divisors of 1080. So they have given 1080. So this is asked in 2023. 1080 I can write it as 10 into what? 108, right? Then 108 I can write it as what? 12 into 9, correct? No, 12 into 9. Further factorizing this, I can write it as 2. 10 I can write it as 2 into 5. Okay, and 12 I can write it as 3 into 4. 3 into 4, instead of 4 I can write it as 2 into 2, and 9 I can write it as 3 into 3. So we got it as 5 into, how many number of 2's? 1 2 3. So 5 into 2 to the power of 3, 5 to the power of 1, 1 2 3. Okay, how many 3's are there? 1 2 3 into 3 to the power of 3. Okay, so number of factors will be a to the power of m into b to the power of n into c to the mn o. Okay, number of factors will be m plus 1 into n plus 1 into o plus 1. So this is how we find it. So here m is equal to what? 1. 1 plus 1, Okay, number of divisors, okay, number of divisors will be this much. So that will be 1 plus 1, 3 into 3 plus 1. Okay, this you will learn in a lower class also. This is into 3 plus 1. So this will be what? 2 into 4 into 4. 4 for the 16, 16 to the 32. 32 is the answer. Alright friends, this is how you solve this question. Next question. If NC4 is equal to 210, find the value of N. NC4 is equal to 210. Straightforward question. So NC4 210. So I can write this as NC4 is equal to 21 into 10, and NC4 will be equal to what? 21, I can write it as 7 into 3 into 10. Okay, 7 into 3 into 10. NC4 we got it as 7 into 3 into 10. Okay, now NC4 7 into 3 into 10. 10 I can write it as what? 10 I can write it as 2 into 5. 10 I can write it as 2 into 5. Okay, or instead of this can be used for permutation type of questions, but for combination let us use our formula which we know, that is let us use the formula which we know, that is I told if it is NC4 then in the numerator I have to multiply 4 times, that is I can write it as n into n minus 1. Okay, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 divided by 4 factorial, right? So this will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This will be 210. Okay, so further this I can send it to the RHS. This will be n into n minus 1. Previously only we could have continued with those steps, no problem, nothing to worry. So n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 210. I can write it as 7 into 3 into 10. Okay, 7 into 3 into 10. So this will be, if I send it this side, this will be equal to 4 into 3 into 2. Okay, 4 into 3 into 2. So this one further if I simplify, 7 into, okay, 3 into 2 I can write it as 6. Okay, then 10 I can write it as 5 into 2. This 10 I can write it as 5 into 2. Further what is left? 4 into 3. So this one will be n into n minus 1, n minus 2 into n minus 3 will be equal to, if I rearrange it, I will get it as 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That means what? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So n is equal to 7, n minus 1 is equal to 6, n minus 2 is equal to 5, n minus 3 is equal to 4, something like that. So they are asking us to find what? They are asking us to find n. So n will be equal to what? So n will be equal to what, friends? N will be equal to what, friends? Or further we can, instead of doing this, we can write this as because we have 4 terms here, we can also make it 4 terms here. We can also make it 4 terms here. This will be 10 into, this is 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 2, 8 into 7. So n will be equal to 10. The value of n is equal to 10. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. So the value of n will be equal to 10. Find the number of diagonals of a polygon with 12 sides. So for n-sided polygon, polygon, we have a formula. Okay, number of diagonals is equal to number of diagonals is equal to, how to remember this, n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, they are telling 12-sided polygon. 12-sided polygon means n is equal to 12. Okay, so if we substitute the value for this will be equal to 12 into 12 minus 3 divided by 2. So that is equal to what? 12 into 12 minus 3 is 9 divided by 2. So 2 1s are 2 6 are. So the value will be equal to 6 9s are 54. The number of diagonals will be equal to 54. Got it, friends? So that's all for today. These are the questions and concepts which we learned today when it comes to permutation and combination. So when it comes to intermediate, this much concepts are enough. Okay, but when it comes to MSET, same concepts, but we will be solving lot of questions by using these concepts, where we are going to apply lot of these concepts. Got it, friends? I hope this session was useful. Some of the questions were printed wrong, which we corrected, and we have solved it. I hope the session was useful. Let's meet in the tomorrow session. Thank you, friends.